Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $sign ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Tuesday, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, the phenom Jacob Mizarowski, and on the right, center fielder extraordinaire Julio Rodriguez. And a quick rest in peace to the Prince of Darkness, my favorite individual that is linked to his type of music. If I had to choose one individual to listen to that was non-rap or R&B related, it would be Ozzy. I'm really happy that they were able to get the tribute concert done a few days ago, for him to be able to go out performing on top. Rest in peace, Ozzy. You were my favorite. You will always be my favorite, and your legacy will live on forever. Love you, Ozzy Osbourne. All right, now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Leading off for the Brewers at second base, Bryce Harang. Batting second, catching today for the Brew Crew, William Contreras. Batting third, playing left field tonight for Milwaukee, Christian Yelich. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, center fielder Jackson Chourio. Batting fifth, playing right field, Isaac Collins. Batting sixth, playing first base, Andrew Vaughn. Batting seventh, DHing today for the Brewers, Anthony Siegler. Batting eighth, playing third base, Caleb Durbin. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, Joey Ortiz. And on the mound with a 4-1 record, an ERA of 2.81, Jacob Mizarowski. And it kind of feels like he might be the new Paul Skeens. And again, we still need to see a little bit more of a bigger sample, but he is electric. They've won 11 games in a row. He's one of the best pitchers in the game already. And hopefully we'll be able to compete with Jacob here today. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, catching today for the Mariners, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Batting fifth, DHing today for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. Batting sixth, playing first base, Luke Raleigh. Batting seventh, playing right field, Dominic Canzone. Batting eighth, playing third base, Ben Williamson. And batting ninth, playing second base for the Mariners, Cole Young. And on the mound for the M's with a 2-3 record, an ERA of 3.39, it's Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert. And we're going to be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 50 at the halfway point, and we're going to be shooting for 100 likes and 100 on the Dono train. And again, we knew Ozzy at some point was going to pass away. I did have floor seats a few years ago, but with COVID and then he had pneumonia, they tried to reschedule the concert even a year apart, and we still ended up getting refunded. It's probably the only concert that I really wish that I was able to see Ozzy live, especially with floor seats. Meet and greet was like 500. And again, I can't tell you what my emotions would have been if I were able to shake hands with the Prince of Darkness. But even though I wasn't able to see him live, I know some of y'all in the room probably did. Definitely going to miss him tremendously. All right, baby. Milwaukee Brewers, Seattle Mariners. We're going at it here. First pitch is going to be roughly in just a few minutes. Let's go, baby. Odin in the building. What's good? Rest in peace, the godfather of metal. Absolutely. Daniel in the building. What's good? And, we have to make sure we're paying homage, to one of the greatest, legends in the game. And again, metal, rock, there's a lot of categories that you could put him in. And again, I'm just really happy they were able to raise that money and he was able to go out on top. And it's kind of crazy, how that typically happens. It's like, even guys in wrestling, like in WWE with the Ultimate Warrior, he was on his deathbed and he was getting pretty close to passing away. They finally inducted him into the WWE Hall of Fame and then died like a day or two later. So it's kind of one of those things where sometimes you do get lucky enough to get the recognition of whatever it is that you're a professional at, whether it be in music, like Ozzy Osbourne, or the Ultimate Warrior being a professional wrestler. But at least he was able to go out on his terms, and that's really what matters. And hopefully, with all of the other individuals in the Osbourne family, hopefully they'll be able to hold up the best way that they can. All day in the building. What's good? Cody in the building. What's good? Let them know. Let's get it, baby. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Bryce Terang. Low and away, 1-0 count. Let them know, Monkey Kung Fu. I'm not really sure why it takes, certain individuals a little bit longer than others. Some people will show love right out of the gates, and others may have to be reminded a few times. But obviously, if we can get that number sooner than later, it's going to help out the numbers for the channel. And again, I'm grinding, so I know that you guys will help out with that as well. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Logan Gilbert to Bryce Terang. And we're going to definitely need a strong outing out of Logan Gilbert. I ended up making 2 thumbnails for the stream. I actually made the original one with Logan Gilbert and Jacob Mizarowski, but it just seems like when I put pictures on thumbs lately, we get our ass kicked. So, and we still might get our ass kicked today, but I figured I would just go with Julio since I went with Kirby yesterday, and it didn't really work out in our favor. Logan will get on the thumb, maybe on his next start, but I figured we would end up going with Julio today and Cal tomorrow because we need hits. Getting a 0 is unacceptable. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Logan Gilbert to Bryce Terang. 2-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Terang. Yeah, I don't like a reality TV either, but I did watch the Osbournes on MTV, and you know what's a better show is the one that he did with his son. I think it was like on Travel Network, and they ended up doing adventures together to kind of make up for time that was lost when Ozzy was touring. And Terang strikes out swinging, baby, 1 away. And again, if you guys haven't got a chance to watch that show, I would highly recommend it. But him and Jack go all over the world, and they do these crazy adventures together. Very, very entertaining. Next up, catcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, one of the best in the game with Cal Raleigh, William Contreras. A nice job by Logan Gilbert. You got to be able to start fast, and hopefully we can get 7 to 10 Ks today. It might be a pitcher's duel, and hopefully the bullpen won't let us down. First pitch from Gilbert to Contreras. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. There we go. We're at 20, and hopefully we'll be at that 50 number sooner than later. 0-1 pitch. Low and away with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Contreras. Was able to take my Paisley pup to the groomers today where she got her nails trimmed and dremeled, and I washed her. And anytime that you can end up pampering, your pup, obviously I know she's feeling great. Stopped by Petco as well and got her a few new toys as well. Nothing makes my heart happier besides a Seattle Mariner win than seeing my pup happy. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to William Contreras. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 4-seam fastball missing the strike zone there by about a foot. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Gilbert on the mound, William Contreras in the box. Paisley. She's 3 years old and she'll be turning 4 next month. I got her when she was 6 weeks old. And again, I've been raising her, majority, by myself for, this good chunk of time. And, I've had a little bit of help on the side from family and whatnot, but I'm just really happy that she's in my life. She saved my life, and she definitely makes every day, worth waking up and being able to take care of her. 3-2 pitch, and Contreras strikes out swinging, baby. Here we go. Logan Gilbert off to a fast start, and anytime you can punch out the first 2 guys in the batting order, we're bringing that electricity. And we know George Kirby had a no-hitter, right, within the first 5 innings, and we had that collapse. We can't have that today. 2 away. Next up, left fielder today, Christian Yelich. First pitch, high and inside at the hips with the slider, 88 miles an hour by Logan Gilbert, 1-0 count. Let's go, baby. And we already know Mizarowski is definitely going to be tough, and we may be at a 0 for the first 5 or 6 innings, but we can always hope and have some upside that maybe he's a little off. He hasn't pitched in a couple weeks in an actual game. I mean, if you're not including the obviously all-star game, a brief appearance. So you never know. He might be a little rusty, and hopefully we can end up getting a few hits on him. Magic number will be 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and hopefully we can get 1 to 3 runs on Mizarowski before he exits. Easier said than done. Monkey Kung Fu with a 20 to get us going. Appreciate you. Let's go, M's. 1-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike from Gilbert to Yelich. I got you. Stacks. Racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. We're at 20. 80 to go. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Low and away. Slider wheeling and dealing from Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert. I like what I'm seeing here. And down he goes. There we go. Great start for the Mariners here early on. Nice job by Logan Gilbert. And let me see if I can pull one up here real quick. I'll show you the photo that I took of her today, and I put it on socials. But you can always tell, with the dog's smile if they're happy or not. And especially if they get zoomies, if your dog isn't getting zoomies, once every 2 weeks or, a couple times a month, there may be something wrong. But Paisley pup, man, and again, I had her when she was, so tiny. And again, she's just a joy. It's a lot of work because she's an American Staffy, which is kind of part of the Pitty family. So it's like I'm, walking with her 5 miles a day, 3 times a day, 7 days a week for the last 2 years. And if you would have told me that I would be doing that much, much exercise daily without taking a day off, I would have said you're crazy. But again, she's worth it. I need to make sure that she's healthy and happy. And she really does bring a lot of joy into my life, just like you guys do here on the channel. The 2 most important things in my life, the channel and the Paisley pup. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Jacob Mizarowski about to make his rounds here on the mound against the Seattle Mariners. 4-1 record with an ERA of 2.81, and leading off for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford, batting second, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. We're going to need you, Julio. And batting third, big dumper Cal Raleigh. And we're going to need home run number 39 and maybe even home run number 40 if we're going to have a chance here today. Let's go, big dumper. Bring that electricity, baby. First pitch, high and away, takes a strike looking to J.P. Crawford, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees with the four-seam fastball. Back-to-back 100-mile-an-hour pitches by Jacob Mizarowski. This guy's an insane player, let me tell you. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. That one went 99. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mizarowski to J.P. Crawford. And we haven't, matched up with anybody in 2025 that has pitched 100, 199, and then fourth pitch, 101. Are you kidding me? 1-2 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. 100 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, 99 miles an hour, 101. Crazy. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mizarowski to J.P. Crawford. I mean, I hope that the players can even see the ball, coming into the, frame of view going that quick. Let's go, JP. No one ever said that this was going to be easy. 1-2 pitch, and JP strikes out swinging, not surprised. 1 away. Next up is center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. We need something, baby. We need that Soto mojo. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up. Anna in the building. How are you? First pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 100 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And again, we haven't, faced anybody that's been bringing the heat like this. Insane. 1-0 pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 101. It's insane. Every pitch has been 100 miles an hour except one. And the one pitch that wasn't was 99. Unreal. But if he keeps pitching like that, he might end up, having Tommy John sooner than later. I don't think a guy that can maintain, pitching this velocity and speed is going to be able to make it for a long career without at least some kind of injury to his arm or his elbow. 2-0 pitch, takes a strike swinging high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike from Mizarowski to Julio. 2-1 pitch, takes a strike looking high and inside on the corner. Nice pitch there by Mizarowski. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first. Mizarowski on the mound, Julio in the box. And again, we're going to need, Julio to step up at some point. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, four-seam fastball, 101. And again, this might be the only time that it might be acceptable for strikeouts from our players because we haven't really seen anybody like this all year. And again, if you're going to be pitching 99 to 101 every single pitch, I don't really know, unless you can end up getting it on the sweet spot with the torpedo bat like Cal Raleigh. I don't really know how many hits we're going to be getting with this guy in unless he ends up walking a couple guys or plunking a couple guys, and then we can end up getting lucky on that end. But right now, it's not looking too easy at the moment. First pitch to Cal Raleigh, low and away, 101 on that four-seam fastball, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. Four-seam fastball, 100 miles an hour. Mizarowski on the mound, Cal Raleigh in the box. And like I said, I don't think I've seen anybody, do this in 2025. And I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen anybody, pitch like this before. It's been a minute. I mean, we know Aroldis Chapman can, pitch 100 miles an hour, straight from the womb. It seems like since, he first came in and even as an OG, but that's different being a closer, rather than, being a guy that's starting. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. First pitch that's not 99 or 100 or 101. That changeup went 93, but he got him to bite. 1 ball and 2 strikes to big dumper Cal Raleigh. 1-2 pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball misses the strike zone by 3 feet. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Jacob Mizarowski on the mound, Cal Raleigh in the box. 2-2 pitch. Curveball, 87 miles an hour, tried to fool Cal Raleigh, but he fouled it off. low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to big dumper Cal Raleigh. I was going to say, can he pitch something under 99? And apparently he can. And again, that's definitely going to be fooling a lot of the hitters. I mean, especially if you're anticipating 99 to 101, and then he drops one in for 87 to 93. I could see some strikeouts happening that way as well. 2-2 pitch, fouled off high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Mizarowski to big dumper Cal Raleigh. Yeah, everything has been 99 to 101. Changeups are 92 to 93. Curveball, the lowest was at 87. But pretty much, 95% of the pitches have been 99 to 101. 2-2 pitch, low and away with the changeup, 92 miles an hour that time around. 3 balls and 2 strikes to big dumper Cal Raleigh. 3-2 pitch, fouled off with the slider, 94 miles an hour in the zone. Count still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With nobody on in the bottom of the first. Global broadcast here on MLB Network. Brewers 0, Mariners 0. Three-two pitch and another foul. Wow, Cal is really grinding this at-bat. Next pitch will be the 10th pitch in this at-bat. I mean, and the longer that we can take Mizarowski, to grind out these at-bats, we can get his pitch count up. So hopefully we get a few, 10, 11, 12 pitch at-bats. I mean, whether it leads to a big hit or not, at least we can slow him down at some point, you would think. But if he does connect on a 101, it's going to be gone, no matter who hits it, if you get it on the sweet spot. So bottom of the first, 0-0, Brewers and Mariners. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. And down goes Cal Raleigh for out number 3. He tried his hardest there. He went a lot longer than obviously JP and Julio did. But again, when you got a guy that, has probably the top end velocity out of any pitcher we've seen in many, many years. Again, it's also about location. You just can't throw 100, 101 and not hit the strike zone. And obviously he knows where to be able to have his location. And, hopefully we'll be able to find a way. But at least Cal, flied out deep to the warning track. So at least we got something, deep on him. But again, it did not go out of play. All right, let's go to the top of the second inning where we're knotted up here at 0. Next up for the Brew Crew in the 4-hole, center fielder Jackson Churio. Batting second, right fielder in the 5-hole, Isaac Collins. And batting third, first baseman Andrew Vaughn. On the mound, 2-3 record, ERA of 3.39, Logan Gilbert. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Gonna miss you. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes and 100 on the dono train before the stream ends. Let's go, baby. What's good, brother? We got almost 100 in the room, so we should be getting closer to 50 sooner than later here. We're at 31. We only have a third of the people in the room that have hit the like button yet. Do your boy a solid. We got 100 people in the room. We should be at 50 likes minimum by now. Let's go. First pitch to Churio, popped up to JP Crawford. 1 away. Nice job by Logan Gilbert getting him to bite there. Next up, right fielder in the 5-hole, Isaac Collins. On deck, first baseman Andrew Vaughn. First pitch from Logan Gilbert, low and at the knees with the four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Top of the second inning, we're knotted up at 0, Brew Crew and Mariners. One-0 pitch, takes a strike looking low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Collins. Let's go, Logan. One pitch, and Collins popped up, flied out to Randy Arozarena in left, 2 away. Down goes Collins, down goes Churio. Next up, first baseman Andrew Vaughn. Let's go, Logan. We need you to wheel and deal, baby. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Andrew Vaughn. Fouled off right down the middle. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour from Gilbert. Top of the second inning, 0-0 with 2 outs and nobody on. Gilbert on the mound, Andrew Vaughn in the box. Lauren in the building. What's good, brother? We're at 40. 10 more to get to 50. Global broadcast here on MLB Network, and obviously the last 2 games have not been that pretty for us, and we have to find a way to be able to get it done. And there we go, out number 3 for Andrew Vaughn. And again, at least Gilbert isn't giving up a bunch of hits or walking a lot of guys or plunking a lot of guys. We haven't given up the big RBI or the big home runs yet, and hopefully this will end up being a pitcher's duel, which ended up being that yesterday for the first 5 innings with George Kirby with a no-hitter, but then kind of fell apart with 5 consecutive hits in a row, and things ended up, not really helping us out in the win column yesterday. And again, today's not going to be any easier with Jacob Mizarowski. All right, let's see who's up for Jacob here for the Seattle Mariners in the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Mariners in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting second, DHing Jorge Polanco. And batting third, first baseman Luke Raleigh. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Prince of Darkness. Rest in peace, my guy. Four and 1 record with an ERA of 2.81 for Jacob Mizarowski. Definitely one of the more intimidating pitchers that is in the game in 2025, and hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy and have a long, healthy, and long-lasting career. First pitch to Randy Arozarena. Here we go. Here we go. A double. Go, go, go. Safe. There we go. Randy Arozarena says, hell, if no one can hit him, I can. There we go. Nice job. Next up for the Seattle Mariners, after that beautiful double by Randy Arozarena, DHing Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. All the way in the gap, baby. Let's go, Polo. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let's go M's. First pitch from Mizarowski to Jorge Polanco. Big swing and a miss, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour by Mizarowski. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, missing the strike zone there by a few inches. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at second and no outs. MLB Network global broadcast. Mizarowski on the mound, Jorge Polanco in the box. 1-1 pitch. Polo takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. Oh, man. I mean, there's a lot. Mama, I'm coming home. I mean, you can go through, pretty much anything that he did with Black Sabbath or, back when he was, doing music videos, and you're going through all of the, famous tracks. But again, I'm not sure if I really have one, it kind of puts me in a mood where usually when I listen to him, it'll be like his own channel or just his own, music. And I just let it play and just kind of reminisce, from back in the day. And that was something that my dad would listen to in the car when we would go camping when I was young. So 1-2 pitch, high and away with that four-seam fastball by Mizarowski. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, it's pretty hard to choose just one, I think. Pitch fouled off, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. Paranoid, Crazy Train, War Pigs, No More Tears, Iron Man, Dreamer, Mama, I'm Coming Home, Mr. Crowley. I mean, there's just so many. You can't just name one. And again, I feel like his music is gonna stand the test of time. We've had guys like Elvis, and the bands like the Beatles, and the Rolling Stones. People that are going to be very iconic and they're going to be around for a long time. And I feel like he's kind of like the Elvis of this generation. 2-2 pitch, and Polo strikes out swinging. 1 away. Next up, first baseman, Luke Raleigh. Let's go, Luke. Yeah, and I think if you go back on YouTube and you check out some of the music videos, some of them have been restored into like 4K. They've done that with quite a few 80s, and 90s songs and whatnot, and getting some remasters. And it's kind of cool to be able to see some of the old school stuff, that Ozzy did, and not only with Ozzy, but with Black Sabbath as well. First pitch from Mizarowski to Luke Raleigh, fouls that one off. High and inside, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, high and away. No balls and 2 strikes with the runner at second, Randy Arozarena, with 1 out. 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. See if we can get an RBI or a lucky home run off of Mizarowski, which is not going to be easy. 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour. Got him. Nice punch out there by the Miz. 2 away. I see you, Jacob. We're not haters here. He's bringing the electricity. We knew he would. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder in the 7-hole, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. First pitch to Dominic Canzone. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. Well, also, too, the Brewers have won 11 games in a row. They're the hottest team in baseball. So it's unfortunate that we had to face them now, when they're like the hottest team. But, you want to be able to go against the best to kind of see how you match up, We want to play up to the competition instead of playing down, like if we were playing like the White Sox or the Marlins. So, it's never going to be easy when you play a good team. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Mizarowski to Dominic Canzone. 0-2 pitch, high and away, fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 2 outs. And again, lots of people love Elvis, from back in the day, and there's still, people that love him, now just as much as back then. But I think, if I had to choose one artist to listen to, like if I was on an island and I had to choose one person to listen to for the rest of my life and it wasn't rap related or hip hop related, I would choose Ozzy. And I've said that on the channel many, many times. I just love the way, his music makes you feel something, and again, it's crazy to like hear him sing compared to what his like real voice is. Like anyone that watched the Osbournes or watched that reality show with him and Jack, where they would do adventures together. Obviously his normal speaking voice, compared to, his singing voice is, quite a bit different. 1-2 pitch, high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. Two pitch, low and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second. Randy Arozarena. Dominic Canzone in the box. Jacob Mizarowski on the mound. And down goes Dominic Canzone for out number 3. End of the second inning. We're still knotted up here at 0. Which shouldn't really surprise anyone. I mean, especially if Logan Gilbert is on also. I mean, both of these guys could end up having 10 Ks and go 6 or 7 innings. I don't think that would really shock anybody. Obviously, Miz is probably a little bit more locked in than Logan Gilbert this year, since Logan's coming off the injury and we didn't really have him, healthy for the whole year up to this point. But, as of late, you would assume Logan can, keep pace, with the Miz, and we'll see where it goes. We're going to need him to. End of the second inning, 0-0, Brewers and Mariners. Next up for the Brewers in the 7-hole, DHing today, Anthony Siegler. Batting second, third baseman, Caleb Durbin. And batting third, shortstop in the 9-hole, Joey Ortiz. Logan Gilbert on the mound, 2-3 record, ERA of 3.39. And so far, we got 3 Ks from Gilbert, 5 from Mizarowski. Someone is really, really good when they got fucking 5 Ks out of 6 batters in the first 2 innings. Mizarowski pacing for 15 Ks. And again, he might slow down at some point, but God, he is a phenom. He is the real deal Holyfield. Big facts. Megan in the building. What's good? Top of the third inning, 0-0, Brewers and Mariners. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us hit our metrics and hit our numbers. We're at 53 likes with 129 in the room. Let's see if we can get to 75 sooner than later. We're trying to get to 100 and 100. Let's go. First pitch from Gilbert to Siegler. Takes a strike looking low and away. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off high and away. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Logan Gilbert. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Siegler. I appreciate that. We've been gaining quite a few, about 5 to 15 every day lately. And then during the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby, it was like 30 on each day. So we're definitely gaining some ground. And again, how many subs are we in now? We've already gained how many? 3 subs already. 0-2 pitch in play from Siegler. And grounds out to third. Williamson is there. Throw to first. 1 away. 91 subs to go to hit 21,200. We just got another one. Appreciate you. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Caleb Durbin. Takes a strike looking high and away. 0-1 count. Gilbert on the mound. Durbin in the box. I appreciate that. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Durbin. 0-2 pitch. Low and away with the splitter. 83 miles an hour by Logan Gilbert. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. We're in the top of the 3rd inning in a pitcher's duel with Jacob Mizarowski, the phenom for the Brewers, and Logan Gilbert, one of our aces on the Seattle Mariners. And if you take a look at the library for any of the new subs, obviously I do Seattle Mariners full-time, Oregon Ducks full-time, but we do NFL, other college football games, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night matchups for the NFL. We'll do NASCAR Cup Series, usually in that time window when we're waiting for baseball to start and football has ended. A little bit of NBA and a little bit of NHL as well. WWE once a month for their PLE or their pay-per-view. And then sometimes Monday Night Raw. So there really isn't anything that we don't do. A little bit of March Madness. We've done UFC and boxing in the past. So it's pretty much your one-stop shop right here. 2-2 pitch in play and fly out to center. 2 away. Down goes Durbin. Next up, shortstop in the 9-hole, Joey Ortiz. Logan Gilbert on the mound, Ortiz in the box. First pitch from Gilbert to Ortiz. Right down the middle, fouled off. 0-1 count. Top of the 3rd inning, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. And again, hopefully the magic number will be 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. But with Mizarowski on the mound, you might be able to win with 3 or 4 runs. But again, we don't really know who's going to be coming in bullpen-wise. I would assume we're going to see Pizzardo today. And hopefully he'll be able to hold it down after Logan Gilbert. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Ortiz. 1-1 pitch. Big strike looking low and away. Great pitch there by Gilbert, painting the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning, we're knotted up here at 0. And down goes Ortiz. That is out number 3. There we go, baby. And again, Logan Gilbert keeping up and keeping pace with Jacob Mizarowski. Here we go. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning and see who's up next for the Seattle Mariners. Next up for the Mariners in the 8-hole, 3rd baseman Ben Williamson. Let's go Big Ben. Let's go B-Dubs. Batting second in the 9-hole, 2nd baseman Cole Young. And back at the top of the order, we need you to be able to set the tone. Shortstop, it's the Crawdaddy, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, baby. Let him know all day. We're at 20, 80 to go. We gained a few more subs. 88 to go to 21,200. Let's go. 5 subs gained already. And again, we've been doing about 5 to 15 every day. Some days will be a little bit higher, maybe in the 15 to 30 range. But for the amount of people that are in the room, that's pretty fucking good. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. MLB Network Global Broadcast, Brewers and Mariners. Obviously, the Brewers are a very good team this year. 60 wins, 40 losses. But the thing that we have going for us, at least at the moment, 27-23 record on the road. So we know that the Brewers are, beatable. At home, not so much, but on the road, you have a chance, but you got to strike early and often. And I imagine a lot of those wins will not be against Mizarowski. So again, it's going to be very challenging, but hopefully we can find a way to compete. And so far we are. It's knotted up at 0. And again, if we have a chance to win this, even if it ends up being like a 2-1 score, regardless of what it may be, I think at any point we're going to take whatever we can get here. Hope you feel better, and if there's anything you want to see photo-wise before that happens, let me know. First pitch for Jacob Mizarowski to Big Ben Williamson, fouls off right down the middle, 0-1 count. And Gilbert's at 35 pitches, 24 strikes, and Mizarowski's at 41 and counting, and 30 strikes. 5 Ks, 6 Ks. No, 5 Ks for Jacob and 4 for Logan. So definitely a pitcher's duel so far. 0-1 pitch, takes another strike looking right down the middle to Big Ben. No balls and 2 strikes to Big Ben Williamson. 0-2 pitch, low and away by Mizarowski. Slider missing the strike zone by about 2 feet. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ben Williamson. Let's go, Big Ben. There we go, 65, 35 to go. 1-2 pitch, and play, grounds out to second, throw to first, 1 away. Next up for the Mariners in the 9-hole, second baseman Cole Young. Megan with a 5er, appreciate you. Stacks. Racks with the little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Let me know if there's something that you want to be able to see specifically, and I got you. First pitch to Cole Young, in play, and a nice little infield single there by Cole Young. That's surprising. We're at 25, 75 to go on the Dono goal. Nice job by Cole. Let's go, baby. And we've seen him step up in clutch moments this year. Nice to see him produce here against Mizarowski. Next up is J.P. Crawford. First pitch, high and away, fouled off with the 4-seam fastball. 98 miles an hour by Mizarowski. Slowly, losing a little bit of the top end. Not really, though. I mean, 99 to 101 is his wheelhouse, and then he'll sprinkle in a few pitches, 83 to 87 to fool the hitter. But again, I don't think I've seen someone with this top end speed as consistently as him in quite a while. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike, big swing and a miss, high and away by JP. No balls and 2 strikes from Mizarowski to JP Crawford. We are at 25, 75 to go. What's Luke's last name? When you let me know by just first name, I'm not going to remember with all the different people in the room and all the different conversations that we've had. Now, if it was someone like Ozzy, I would recognize who that is, but I'm okay. Thompson, yeah, I'm not going to remember that. 0-2 pitch, in play, and JP grounds out into the double play, throw to first, and that is the end of the Mariners in the 3rd inning. Great defense there by the Brewers. See what I can come up with here real quick. And if there's anything else you want to be able to see Monkey Kung Fu besides the photo of my pup, let me know, and I'll be able to do that as well. End of the third inning, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. Appreciate you. Rest in peace to the Prince of Darkness. And shout out to my Paisley pup, getting her nails trimmed and dremeled and getting washed by Dad. Looking beautiful as ever. Love you, Paisley. Top of the fourth inning, we're knotted up at 0. It's a pitcher's duel by Mizarowski and Gilbert. MLB Network Global Broadcast. And again, at some point, when the bullpen comes in, we'll see who ends up being a little bit stronger. And hopefully we can find a way to, get a few hits and a few home runs. Probably not against Miz, but, we'll see where it goes. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Bryce Terang. Takes a strike looking. High and away. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Terang. Now, she'll be 4 next month. So I've raised her since she was 6 weeks old. And, again, I don't think people really realize, until it actually happens to you, if you end up having like your soul dog, it really does change your life for the better. 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. We're in the top of the fourth inning, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Terang. Nice punch out there by Logan Gilbert. There we go, baby. Way to bring that electricity, trying to keep pace with the Miz. I see you. 1 away. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K, catcher William Contreras. He may not be Cal Raleigh, but he's still one of the better catchers in the game. First pitch from Gilbert to Contreras. Fouls it off high and away. 0-1 count. I even wore the throwback Ken Griffey Jr. jersey today because we need a throwback kind of performance. Last 2 games against the Astros and Brewers have been ugly, and we need to turn our season around, so to speak, here after the All-Star break. Let's go. Oh, 1 pitch, in play, and flied out to left with that splitter. 2 away. Nice job by Logan Gilbert. Next up for Gilbert, in the 3-hole, playing left field today, the OG vet, Christian Yelich. I was able to get her one of these like glow-in-the-dark, balls that have just come out for this particular brand pretty recently, and anything that I can do to make her happy, 100%. First pitch from Gilbert to Yelich, takes a strike looking, low and away. Slider, 87 miles an hour by Logan. No balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the fourth inning. We're still knotted up here at 0. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Gilbert. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. We're in the top of the fourth inning, still knotted up here at 0. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss with that splitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Yelich. You know it. R.I.P. to my favorite. 1-2 pitch. High and away. Misses the strike zone by about 5 feet right there by Logan. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. It's been a pitcher's duel. No surprise by Jacob Mizarowski, but again, with Logan Gilbert, when he's healthy, he's on the same kind of pace normally. But again, this is not a normal year for Logan Gilbert. He is coming off an injury and was missing about half of the first part of the season. So he's just still trying to get himself into the proper groove. some games he looks like the pitcher from old, that was healthy. And there's other games where, I don't recognize who he is. So hopefully he'll be able to keep pace. And so far, so good. 2-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Christian Yelich. 3-2 pitch. And got him. There we go. Down goes Yelich on strikes. I love it, baby. Nice job. I see you, Logan. Way to wheel and deal with electricity. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we're still knotted up at 0. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Obviously, we don't have any stats for the Brewers. Gilbert's got a no-hitter, just like George Kirby had one through 5 innings, but then we had 5 back-to-back hits that turned into 4 runs, and then it was game over after that, and we ended up losing 6-0. Mariners have 2 hits so far, but again, we need more. So Logan Gilbert, 4 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, no walks. That's a key stat. 6 Ks, 47 pitches, 32 strikes, 3.18 ERA. And with stats like that, that reminds us of the Logan Gilbert being a top 10-ish kind of pitcher when he's healthy. I like what I'm seeing. And for Jacob Mizarowski, the Phenom, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 5 Ks. 47 pitches, 35 strikes with a 2.51 ERA. But after Mizarowski is done pitching this inning, he may end up surpassing Gilbert or tying him on the K total. So again, they're both pacing for 10 and or more. So we'll see kind of where it goes, but definitely a pitcher's duel. And that's what we expected in this matchup. I don't think we were really expecting it yesterday. That was kind of a shock. But again, it shows you how important the bullpen truly is, and also being able to know when to, have your starting pitcher or a bullpen guy, hit the showers. And again, if you keep a guy in too long, that'll be the end of the team's chances typically at that moment. So, all right, baby, we need to figure something out here, and hopefully we can get some good production at the top of the order. 0 for 1 with a K. Center fielder stud Julio Rodriguez on deck. In the 3-hole, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. We're looking for home run number 39. Let's go, baby. Trident's up. And then batting third, left fielder in the 4-hole, Randy Arozarena. Let's go, baby. And we know Randy's been very hot since June 11th. We just need someone to get us going. First pitch from Mizarowski to Julio. High and inside with the slider. 95 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Mizarowski on the mound. Julio Rodriguez in the box. Trident's up. Let's go, Julio. One-0 pitch. In play. And there we go. Nice hustle by Julio. Getting safe. Let's go. Nice job by J-Rod. We got 3 hits on Mizarowski, and the Brewers have no hits on Logan Gilbert. I'm not sure if I would have predicted that, but so far so good. But we need to bring him home. Next up is big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. Cal is overdue for a homer. And again, it's going to be very difficult against a guy like Mizarowski, but first pitch, high and away to big dumper, Cal Raleigh, 1-0 count. And Julio hit Mizarowski in a line drive in the butt back area. A little shaken up, but I imagine he'll be fine. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike swinging high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. One pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first, Julio Rodriguez, and no outs. Let's go, baby. Keep it in the fam. One-two pitch, fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and no outs. Mizarowski on the mound, big dumper in the box. One-two pitch, Big swing and a miss, and a beautiful pitch there by Jacob Mizarowski, striking out our best player, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. 1 away. Next up, left fielder in the 4-hole, Randy Arozarena. Let's go, Randy. First pitch from Mizarowski to Randy Arozarena, takes a strike looking high and away. Four-seam fastball, 99 miles an hour by the Miz. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and inside, four-seam fastball. Just missing the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Mizarowski to Arozarena. Bottom of the 4th, runner at first and 1 out. We definitely need Julio to try to steal second, but again, we don't want him to get thrown out. But we need to try to get a runner in scoring position, but we'll see if Randy can come up with a little bit of magic. I mean, obviously, best case scenario is anybody hitting a home run against the Miz, but realistically, that's probably not going to happen because he's that damn good. But if we can get a couple hits on him consecutively and find an RBI situation, it's not like he's going to really hit a lot of guys or walk a lot of guys. He's pretty disciplined, and he has that top-end speed that not many pitchers can match in 2025. I mean, hell, his first 7 pitches were all 99 or higher, and all of them were 100 or 101 except for 1. So obviously he'll be slowing down slightly. Now most of the pitches are in that 99 range with a few under that, but we'll see where it goes. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Down goes Randy. Not surprised there. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, DHing in 5-hole, Jorge Polanco. Like, we definitely need that 100-mile-an-hour pitch, but we need it to hit that sweet spot for something good to happen here. Let them know all day. We have almost 200 people in the room. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to our bare minimum goal of 100 likes and 100 on the dono train. First pitch from Mizarowski to Polo. Takes a big swing and a miss right down the middle. 0-1 count. Mizarowski on the mound, 4-1 record, ERA of 2.81, and there hasn't never been an all-star that has made it with just 5 starts, but Jacob is the real deal. 0-1 pitch, low and away, change-up missing the strike zone by a few feet, 1 ball and 1 strike to Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. Someone needs to come up with some magic here. Let's get it. Well, we haven't seen enough out of Mizarowski to really make a fair comparison. You know, we need to see like a full season or 2, and then we can kind of compare, you know. But again, you know, to me, Skubal is the best pitcher in the game. Skeens is probably second, even though he doesn't get any run support. But if Skeens was on the Tigers, he would have a very similar record to Skubal, maybe even better. So, you know, again, you definitely need run support, you know, and then there's going to be others, Crochet and, you know, a few others that have been wheeling and dealing. Zach Wheeler, you know, there's a lot of great pitchers that are in the game, but, you know, Mizarowski has a chance, you know, to end up being a top 5, top 3 pitcher. But again, we've only seen a sample size 5 games. So, you know, at least 4-1 record in those games where he got either the win or the loss. So we need to see a little bit more before we start saying that Miz is better, you know, than Skubal or Skeens. But, you know, based on the small sample size, he looks like he's in the same stratosphere as those two, which is a big compliment. 3-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at first, Julio Rodriguez, and 2 outs. Mizarowski on the mound, Polo in the box. And there we go. We get a walk off the Miz. That's rare. Now we got runners at first and second. And obviously, you know, LSU with Cade Anderson, we ended up getting the steal in the draft. You know, I know that the Nats and the Angels are going to regret that mistake, and Angels at number 2 even picked a different pitcher. But I'm very excited about Cade, and obviously we know what he did for LSU this year, and once he becomes a starter, he'll probably be the most dominant lefty that we've ever had since Randy Johnson, and I can't wait to be able to see him play, even if it takes a couple years for him to be developed to the point where he's ready to start for us. Bottom of the 4th inning, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners, MLB Network Global Broadcast. We have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And next up is Luke Raleigh. Let's go, Luke. And then at some point, we might end up having the best pitching staff in baseball. If it ends up being Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Brian Wu, Durangelo, who was our draft pick last year, who can pitch right-handed or left-handed, which is something that you're not going to see from any other pitcher in the game, at least at this point. And then with Cade this year, the first-round pick, 3rd overall, who should have been the first pick overall. But again, it really depends if they need pitchers or not. But I think that he definitely went to the place where he's going to develop the best. Seattle knows how to develop pitchers, and we're very, very excited to be able to have him on board. And he's a lefty on top of that. And it looks like Mizarowski's day is done. Wow, shocking. Who had that? Who called that? Bottom of the 4th inning, runners at first and second and 2 outs, and that's it? That's a little shocking. 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks, 64 pitches, 45 strikes. Why would you pull the Miz this early? I mean, unless it was an injury. I know they're trying to be precautionary, with him, but again, it's not like he can't get out of runners at first and second with 2 outs. I mean, the guy pitches 99 to 101 with his eyes closed, but all right, we'll take it. And maybe we can end up doing something here with this at bat. And then coming in is going to be, I believe it's Hall is coming in. Yeah, DL Hall's coming in. And DL Hall has got an ERA subpar 3. I think it's like 2.31. So we'll see where this goes. Yeah, Hall is coming in. 2.31 ERA from Hall. So we'll see where this goes. First pitch from Hall to Luke Raleigh. Fouls it off right down the middle. 0-1 count. Let's go, Luke. Oh, 1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. 1-1 pitch, high and inside with the slider. 2 balls and 1 strike with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Yep, still 0-0. But Miz is out, and we'll see if we can capitalize now. If we find a way to win this game 1-0, 2-1, I think we have a very good chance tomorrow with Castillo on the mound. Let's go, Luke. Two-one pitch, in play, grounds out to second, and that is out number 3. End of the 4th inning. We're still knotted up here at 0 with a pitcher's duel. And I'm a little disappointed that they decided to pull Jacob so soon. I think he could have gotten that 3rd out, and I wanted him to continue his dominance so that way I can watch and kind of evaluate. I mean, obviously we want to be able to get on the board, and there's no guarantee that we're going to get on the board with the others in the Brew Crew, but wanted to see a little bit more, but again, this will maybe give us a better chance to win since he didn't end up going 6-7 innings. So I guess on that end, we're going to take it. End of the 4th inning, we're knotted up here at 0. Let's see who's up next here for the Brew Crew. Next up for the Brew Crew and the Brewers, 0 for 1 in the 4-hole, center fielder, up-and-coming star, Jackson Churio. Batting second, right fielder, Isaac Collins, 0 for 1. And batting third, 0 for 1, first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let them know. Let's go, baby. I mean, with 200 people in the room, we already should be at 100. But we have been gaining some good subs here as well. 2 more subs gained. We're almost at 10 subs already today. And we need 86 subs to get to 21,200. We're at 21,114. And we just hit 21,100
or 21,000 just a few days ago. So to gain 114 subs in a couple days is very, very good. And we're at, what are we at? 25 on the dono train, 75 to go to hit that goal. Let's go. Let them know, baby. You're doing a great job. Rest in peace to the legend, the icon, the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, my favorite. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Jackson Churio, high and inside with a four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss from Churio from Logan Gilbert. 1 ball and 1 strike here in the top of the 5th with nobody on and no outs. Pitchers duel so far, but we'll see if we can rough up some of the bullpen from the Brewers since the Miz is no longer in the matchup. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. We're in the top of the 5th. Global broadcast on MLB Network. Pitchers duel between the Miz and Gilbert. They ended up taking Miz out. I'm not sure if it was precautionary or what. Didn't look like he was injured or fatigued. Definitely was wheeling and dealing. And pretty rare to see a guy, exit, in the 4th inning unless they're just trying to make sure he doesn't, get Tommy John or throw out his arm or have an injury to his elbow. But I imagine they'll talk about it a little bit more as we go within the broadcast. 2-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Churio. There we go. And then if we keep grinding on that pace, we might be able to hit 125 or 150, which would be good. 2-2 pitch, in play, and Churio with a nice single to left. And that's the first hit of the game for the Milwaukee Brewers. Almost eerie how similar the outcome is here with Logan Gilbert than what we had with George Kirby yesterday. He had a no-hitter through 5 innings. Next up is right fielder Isaac Collins. But again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So even though Kirby was great for 5 innings, all it takes is that, Uncle Mo and that momentum. And they had 5 consecutive hits in a row that turned into 4 runs. No home runs either. And again, it's not fun when you lose that way, especially when you were so dominant the first half of the game. But that's the Seattle Mariners for you. Sometimes it'll be in our favor, and sometimes we'll get punched in the mouth, and we just can't recover. First pitch to Collins, and he bunts foul. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away with that slider. 86 miles an hour by Gilbert. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Collins. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Logan Gilbert. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Isaac Collins. Let's go, Logan. We need that electricity. Keep wheeling and dealing. 1-2 pitch, fouled off high and away with the splitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and no outs. We need a punch out here or maybe a slow dribbler double play right up the middle to JP and a throw to first. So strikeout, double play, or double play and a strikeout. Come on, Logan. Let's go. 1-2 pitch, fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Collins. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees, low and away with the splitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and no outs. We're knotted up here at 0-0 with the Brewers and the Mariners. And wild pitch, and Churio ends up walking into second freely. Jacob in the building, what's good? 2-2 pitch, and Collins popped up to third and got him. There we go. 1 away. Down goes Isaac. Next up, first baseman Andrew Vaughn. I imagine he's liking the views there in Milwaukee much better than being on the White Sox. Top of the 5th inning now with a runner at second and 1 out. Andrew Vaughn in the box, Gilbert on the mound. First pitch by Logan Gilbert. Takes a strike looking, paints the corner beautifully with that slider. 86 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Takes another strike looking, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 1 out. We need a double play or back-to-back punch outs. And we'll take a pop-up and a ground out if we can get that as well. Come on, Logan. Top of the 5th. MLB Network 0-0. Brewers Mariners. Runner at second. Brewers have won 11 games in a row. They're the hottest team in baseball. Seattle Mariners have been pretty good as well. Last 2 games, we lost obviously to the Stros and then the Brewers in game number 1, but we're not on the hot level. We're not on fire like, the Milwaukee Brewers, but we've been doing pretty good as of late. But again, when you have to play a team that this is, this hot, it's definitely not easy. 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Vaughn. 2 away. There we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Great punch out by Logan Gilbert. And at least we have one of the studs still into the matchup. 2 away. Next up for Logan Gilbert, Anthony Siegler. So far 0 for 1 and DHing today for Milwaukee. Let's go, Logan. 1 more out, baby. Let's go. And there is out number 3. There we go. Nice job by Logan Gilbert. And again, we have a great pitching staff. Sometimes we don't get run support, and sometimes the bullpen shits the bed. But today, Logan pitching very, very well. Nice job. Let's go over some of the stats here as we're knotted up at 0, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Logan Gilbert's got a 1-hitter. Mizarowski obviously has exited the game, but they only have, what do they have? Seattle has 3 hits. Milwaukee only has 1. So Logan Gilbert, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 7 Ks, 62 pitches, 43 strikes. And at this pace, he might be able to pitch 7 innings. Then we can bring in Pizarro and then possibly Brash or Munoz. And then Mizarowski ended up leaving the game early. 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks, 64 pitches, 45 strikes, 2.45 ERA. And then Hall came in to relieve the duties. And he pitched 1 batter and ended up having 4 pitches with 2 strikes, 2.28 ERA. Let's see who's up next here for the Seattle Mariners. Let's get on the fucking board. Let's go. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with a K, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. We need a Dom bomb, baby. The Miz is no longer in, so no excuses. Batting second, 0 for 1. It's B-Dubs, Big Ben Williamson. And batting third, 1 for 1. Second baseman, it's Cole World, Cole Young. Let's go, baby. We're almost there. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We're trying to get to 100 and 100, and we're almost there. With 211 in the room, we should already have been there by now. Let's go. And we've gained already over 10 subs here today as well. So I appreciate every single one of y'all that has liked, sub, donated, commented, shared. Let's see if we can gain another 10 subs before the stream ends. 85 to go to hit 21,200. First pitch to Dominic Canzone by Hall. Low and away with the sinker. 93 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, fouled off with the cutter, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. We need a Dom bomb, baby. Let's go. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Hall on the mound, Canzone in the box. 1-2 pitch, and Dominic Canzone lines out and pops up to left and is out, 1 away. Next up is Ben Williamson. Ben is 0 for 1. Come on, Big Ben. Gain another sub. Fuck yeah. $84 to go. First pitch from Hall to Williamson, high and away with the cutter, 1-0 count. One 0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 1 ball and 1 strike from Hall to Williamson. One-two pitch, big swing and a miss. Down goes Williamson, striking out swinging, 2 away. Next up, in the 9 hole, Cole Young. One 0 pitch, in play, and grounds out to second, throw to first, and that is out number 3. End of the 5th inning, and we're knotted up at 0. See who's up next here for the Brew Crew in the top of the 6th. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Prince of Darkness is coming home. Next up for the Brew Crew, in the 8 hole, third baseman, 0 for 1, Caleb Durbin. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, shortstop, Joey Ortiz. And batting third, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, second baseman, Bryce Terang. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let's go, baby. Got to find a way. No excuses now. Miz is no longer in. And again, even if we end up winning 1-0 or 2-1, we're going to take it. All right, Logan, let's go, baby. 6 innings. Let's see, where is he at? 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 7 Ks, 62 pitches, 43 strikes. I mean, he can go a few more innings, which is good. And obviously, he's only given up a 1-hitter. So, and obviously, we had a no-hitter with George Kirby yesterday, but that fell apart. It doesn't really feel like it's going to fall apart for Logan, but we'll wait and see. But nice job by Gilbert by keeping us, close in the game, not being down 1, 2, 3, 4 runs at this moment. It definitely gives us a chance to be able to strike at some point. But we'll have to see who that pitcher will be for the Brewers that we can maybe knock around a little bit. First pitch from Gilbert to Durbin. Takes a strike looking high and inside, 0-1 count. Top of the 6th inning, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. 0-1 pitch, high and away, missing the strike zone there by a couple feet. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Durbin. 1-1 pitch, low and away with the splitter, missing the strike zone by a couple feet. 2 balls and 1 strike from Gilbert to Durbin. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Keep wheeling and dealing, Gilbert. And I just didn't want to jinx Gilbert by putting him and the Miz on the thumb. I made two, but putting George Kirby on the thumb didn't do us any justice yesterday. So I figured I'll just put Julio on there, and maybe Logan will pitch well. And it looks like I made the right choice. 2-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. We're still knotted up at 0, waiting for the game to open up. And hopefully Logan will continue his dominance. And again, we can bring in Brash or Bizardo, and then maybe Munoz, and find a way to win this game. 2-2 pitch, low and at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no out. The pitcher's duel. The only thing that was a little shocking that is they pulled the Miz, Jacob Mizarowski, quite a few innings earlier than we expected, but the score is still 0-0. 3-2 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. Count still is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Durbin. I hope you feel better. And I'll be live tomorrow, but it'll be a little bit earlier. 3-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. There we go. Nice job by Logan Gilbert. I see you, baby. Let's get it. Bringing that electricity. Down goes Durbin on strikes. Next up is shortstop Joey Ortiz. My pup is in here now. She misses dad. First pitch from Gilbert to Ortiz. Takes a strike looking, low and away. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Keep wheeling and dealing. Let's go. We need all the good luck charms that we can get. 0-1 pitch. Takes another strike looking, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. And again, considering that the Brewers are the hottest team in baseball and a very good hitting team, they won 11 games in a row. This is one of the best performances by Logan Gilbert of the whole year. So he chose a great day to show up and show out. And hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of run support at some point to help him get the dub. 0-2 pitch, low and away with the splitter, missing the corner just barely. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Pitcher's duel here. We're knotted up here at 0. He wasn't injured, to my knowledge. And, it's not like he was, I think it was maybe more precautionary. Maybe just him pitching 99 to 101 almost on every pitch. They don't want him to have Tommy John, anytime early in his career. 1-2 pitch, popped up and flied out to center, 2 away. Next up, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, second baseman Bryce Terang. But I'll be honest, I was hoping that Miz would go 6-7 innings with Logan Gilbert. And if it ended up being 0-0 and we have more punch outs, so be it. And then after both guys go out, then maybe it'll be a little bit of a sprint, in the 7th, 8th, or 9th. And then we'll see who the best team is. But looks like the Brewers are still holding their own, even with the Miz exiting the matchup a little early. First pitch from Gilbert to Terang, fouls it off high and away, 0-1 count. Gained another sub, got almost 15 now. 83 to go to get to 21,200. 0-1 pitch, low and away. Slider missing the corner by a couple inches there. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Terang. Top of the 6th inning, we're knotted up at 0 with 2 outs and nobody on. One pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Gilbert on the mound, Terang in the box. Come on, Logan. Keep wheeling and dealing, baby. He's got a 1-hitter so far. And 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss and another punch out. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Logan Gilbert pitching like we thought maybe the Miz would here today. And they both got a respectable amount of punch-outs, but Miz left a little bit early in the matchup, but Logan Gilbert still playing like we thought he could play today. One hitter for Logan Gilbert. Let's go. Way to bring that electricity today. Because honestly, even if they would have put up 2 runs, it would probably feel like 4 at this point, and we probably wouldn't be able to come back. But again, at this point being 0-0, anything is possible. Especially with the bullpen guys coming in. And, even though Milwaukee does have some depth there, you never know. All it takes is one guy to have a meltdown, and then you get a few hits. That will turn into either a couple RBIs or home runs, and that could be the difference. Next up, 0 for 2 with a K. Someone drop a bunt, please. J.P. Crawford. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a K. Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, we're looking for home run number 39, 0 for 2 and a K, the best catcher in baseball, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go. If you check the channel, I'm the full-time Seattle Mariner live streamer for YouTube. I do Oregon Ducks as well, so I'm kind of known for those 2 things, but I do NFL Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night. We'll also do a little bit of NBA and a little bit of NHL for the Blazers and the Kraken, a little bit of NASCAR Cup Series, WWE, once a month for the PLE, sometimes Monday Night Raw. So really we do everything. March Madness, we've done UFC and boxing back in the day. So literally it's kind of your one-stop shop here. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling, you name it, we do it. We've done AEW in the past as well. So there really isn't anything that, for the major things that I won't do. So bottom of the 6th, 0-0 Brewers and Mariners. And we're looking for an opportunity to get on the board. First pitch to J.P. Crawford, DL Hall, low and away, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hall to Crawford. Come on, JP. 1-1 pitch. Takes another strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from DL Hall to JP Crawford. One-two pitch, and Crawford flies out to left. 1 away. Nice pitch there by DL Hall, jamming JP. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez, 1 for 2 and a K. Let's go, Julio. I don't think anybody expects, a home run here, but we just need to get you on base. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. No, fuck no. There might be a couple, like Captain on the channel, obviously, likes OKC, but most people that are living in Oregon and Washington are still Blazer fans or Sonic fans. It's not often that you're probably going to get a small percentage, that decided to hop on the wagon, and go with OKC, but I would say 95% or higher, maybe 98% or higher are still Sonics. And again, they will be back as an expansion team. I assume, Seattle will be one team, maybe Vegas will be the other. And obviously with the Blazers, we got Dame back, even though that, he probably won't play this upcoming season, but he'll retire a Blazer. So we gave him a 3-year deal. He's probably only going to play 2 years out of the 3. He'll be out this year. And Yang, our first round draft pick, is pretty nice. He may not be as good as Yao Ming, but for a Chinese guy that's 7'1", he's showing quite a bit of promise. And, we know the West is incredibly deep. But again, at some point in the next 3 years, it's possible that the Blazers get like the 8 seed. It's not like we're going to be a championship-worthy team, but it's possible with all the defensive players that we've been getting lately, with Toumani Camara and, trying to build this roster, Scoot, and obviously we let Anthony Simons go to Boston, so that's a good place for him with Tatum and Brown to be able to win over there. But I like the core that we have. We're young, we're exciting. It's just there's so much depth in the West. It's going to be hard to kind of find a way to compete with those other teams, but we'll see where it goes. All right, my pup is in here now, laying down. She's comfortable. Yeah, but Dame is recovering from, the Achilles and whatnot. So realistically, they probably won't even play him this year. And if they do play him this year, it won't be till like the end of the year, based on what I was reading. So, but it would probably be smart for him just to sit out the whole year and just be like an assistant coach and help mentor Scoot and some of the other players. But I do like the team, and again, the NBA stinks overall. It's not a very good product, but I go to a few Blazer games a season with my best friend Justin, and I have fun going, and this team is actually decent to watch. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike from Nick Mears to Julio Rodriguez. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Two-two pitch. Fouled off right down the middle with the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Mears to Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Two-two pitch, and Julio strikes out swinging. Wow, not surprised. 2 away. Next up is Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. First pitch from Nick Mears to Cal Raleigh, high and away, 1-0 count. We need singles. We need doubles. But ultimately, we're looking for home run number 39. Let's go, baby. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking low and away. It should have been called ball, but called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. We're knotted up here at 0. Pitchers duel. And again, Mizarowski ended up exiting, early on in the matchup, just to try to rest, obviously, the arm. No injury whatsoever. And Logan Gilbert still wheeling and dealing, but we're having a hard time being able to get guys on base, not only for the Mariners, but for the Brew Crew. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. Nick Mears on the mound, Big Dumper in the box. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 6th, we're knotted up at 0. Something's got to give. And at some point, some pitcher is going to have a meltdown. Hopefully it's not Seattle. And there it is. Back. See ya. Cal Raleigh, home run number 39. Bang. Boom. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. There we go. Cal Raleigh, homer to right, 391 feet, 1-0 Mariners. Fuck yeah. That's what we needed. You got to talk it into existence. And if you talk it into existence and you talk about it, it'll happen. There we go, my boy. Hell yeah. Next up is Randy Arozarena. First pitch from Mears to Arozarena, takes a strike swinging, 0-1 count. And when's the best time to hit a home run? After someone already did. Let's go. Yeah, well, he also got a hit with a line drive, I believe by Julio into the lower back and butt, but I don't know if that hurt him or not. But I think just being precautionary. 0-1 pitch. In play, Arozarena grounds out to the shortstop, throw to first, and that is out number 3. But again, big dumper, home run number 39, baby. And again, he needed that sooner than later. You want to make sure you get that first home run after the All-Star break within the first few games. You don't want to go, 15 games with nothing. And then, because obviously if that happens, you're not going to be able to get to 60, and you probably won't even get to the mid-50s. But now with 39, he can start getting into a rhythm and building that confidence again. And, I feel like the lowest amount that Cal will get is 50. The highest amount, could be somewhere between, maybe 65 and 70. But realistically, 38 at the break, 38 and 38 is 64. And obviously we know Aaron Judge had 62 and broke Roger Maris's record of 61 in 2022 and Julio's rookie year when he started. So obviously there's been other guys that have hit more, but those guys obviously have cheated, like Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. So we don't really count those guys. We count the guys that obviously didn't cheat or do steroids, PEDs, or Valco. Let's go, baby. Nice job by the big dumper. You ask and you shall receive. 1-0 Mariners. And again, if this is a game where we end up winning, 1-0, 2-1, we'll take it. And we got Castillo on the mound tomorrow. And if we win today, we'll still have a chance to win the series, but we got to get this one taken care of first. And Cal is giving us a good chance to do that. Nice job, big dumper. You the man, baby. Let's go. Next up for the Brew Crew here at the top of the 7th. Leading off 0 for 2, catcher William Contreras. Batting second, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, left fielder OG Christian Yelich. And batting third, center fielder in the 4-hole, Jackson Churio. Fuck yeah, Cal, let's go. Logan Gilbert still out there wheeling and dealing in the top of the 7th. And obviously that's going to give us a better chance to win when we can have our starter go deep in the matchup. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to William Contreras. Takes a strike looking low and in the zone. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away with the 4-seam fastball. 95 miles an hour by Logan Gilbert. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Contreras. One pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike from Gilbert to Contreras. Come on, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes and 100 on the dono train before the stream ends. Let's go. 2-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Contreras. Yeah, but just because Cal hit 38 in the first half of the season doesn't mean he's going to hit 38 in the second half. I mean, I hope he will. I hope he ends up getting to, somewhere in the 60s. But even if he gets to 50 to 59, the record for catchers is 48. So Salvador Perez's record is going to get obliterated, especially if Cal's already at 39. So 2-2 pitch, fouled off low and away. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert. Big swing and a miss. Another punch out by Logan Gilbert. Way to bring that electricity, Walter. Let's go, baby. One of the best games for Logan Gilbert here in 2025 against a quality team that has 11-game win streak, the hottest team in baseball. Next up, left fielder, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, the OG vet, Christian Yelich. First pitch from Gilbert to Yelich. Takes a strike looking low and in the zone. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. We're at 25 on the Dono train. 75 to go. Where are we at on the likes all day? How close are we to 100? We should be getting very close or exceeding that number, especially with 215 people in the room. Top of the 7th inning, 1-0 Mariners with a big dumper solo dinger to give us the lead. Home run number 39. 1-1 pitch, and Yelich with a nice single to left there on Logan Gilbert. I see you, Christian. Next up, center fielder in the 4-hole, Jackson Churio. Now we need a slow dribbler right up the middle for a double play if we can get it. Unless Logan ends up getting 2 punch-outs back-to-back, we'll take that as well. All right, good. Great job, my guy. We're at 109. Let's see if we can get to 150 before the stream ends. See if we can get 41 more. Top of the 7th inning, runner at first with 1 out, 1-0. Seattle Mariner lead. Big dumper. Obviously the MVP so far with Logan Gilbert. And hopefully we can find a way to add on a few more runs because obviously 1 ain't going to cut it. But if we can bring in our best guys, Brash, Bizzardo, Munoz, 2 out of those 3 guys, either Brash or Bizzardo and then Mooney, we should have a good chance as long as they don't have a fucking meltdown. But again, we have seen, Mooney and Brash and Spire have some meltdowns lately. Really the only guy that's been, I guess consistent and trustworthy might be Edward Bizzardo, who ended up being one of our worst guys in the pen last year, and he's the most improved player on the team. Right now, he's probably second best to Matt Brash, not including closers like Mooney. So, and there it is. Logan Gilbert's day is done. I mean, he could have stayed in there, but let's look at his pitch count. Maybe that's why. All right, where are you at on pitch count, my guy? All right, Logan Gilbert, 6.1 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 10 Ks, my boy. 86 pitches, 59 strikes, 3.07 ERA. He could have finished this inning, and I better not see fucking Carlos Vargas or some fucking bum. It better be Brash or Munoz, and it's going to be Brash. And again, so you can go Brash here for the 7th, you can go Bizzardo for the 8th, and then Munoz for the 9th, and then hopefully we can end up winning this game 1-0, 2-1, or 3-2. Let's go. Wow, what a day by Logan Gilbert. Salute. Nice job, Logan. You actually put us in a position to actually win this game. Great job. Way to bring the electricity, baby. Rest in peace. Prince of Darkness, my favorite, Ozzy Osbourne. Let's go, baby. Top of the 7th inning, 1-0 Mariners. All right, Brash, we need you to be good. Let's go, baby. Season high, 10 Ks for Logan Gilbert. Great job, my guy. Actually giving us a chance at the hottest team in baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers, 11 wins in a row. Throw to first. And dropped. Holy hell. Are you kidding me? Churio safe at first by a error. Fucking A. You kidding me? Unbelievable. Now we got runners at first and second with 1 out. That was a crazy play there. Brash couldn't find the baseball, throw to first. The ball was dropped. Come on, Brash. And we've seen quite a few line drives go back to the pitcher. And Brash got hit with the ball, couldn't find it. Shitty throw to first, dropped by Raleigh. That's why it's so important to run hard to first base no matter what, even after the batter falls down there. And why the hell are you side-arming that throw, Brash, you dummy? Throw it regular. First pitch from Brash to Collins, high and inside, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners at first and second and 1 out. Mariners up 1-0 with a big dumper. Home run, number 39, just a few minutes ago. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Brash to Collins. Come on, Matt. You need to get yourself out of this jam. Brash on the mound. Isaac Collins in the box. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off with the slider high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 1 out. We got to make sure that they don't score here. No hits for Polo. He's 0 for 1. Gained 4 more subs. That's 20 today. 79 more to be able to get to 21,200. 1-2 pitch. High and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Brash to Collins. Come on, Brash. You got to dig deep, my guy. We need a double play or a couple punch outs. Let's go. Brash on the mound. Isaac Collins in the box. 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled off, high and away. Count still is 2 balls, 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 1 out. Top of the 7th inning, 1-0, Mariner lead. Two-two pitch. Fouled off with the 4-seam fastball. 96 miles an hour by Brash. Count still remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, runners at first and second, and 1 out. 1-0, Mariner lead. Oh, we need a double play so bad. Come on, Brash. Find a way, baby. Dig deep here. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Mariner lead. 2-2 pitch. Changeup, misses the strike zone. Count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 1 out. Come on, Brash. We need you to be the good version of yourself. And again, the last couple, opportunities for Brash, a little shaky. We need you to be the guy that was dominant, for the first part of the year. We can't have you give up a home run or a big RBI here. Cal getting hit in the inner thigh there off that foul tip. Cal is tough, though. Come on, Ems. Come on, Brash. In play. And a fielder's choice to third. Churio to second. Yelich out. 2 away. There we go. We'll take that. Next up with the top of the 7th with runners at first and second now with 2 outs. First baseman Andrew Vaughn. Come on, Brash. Let's go. Come on, Brash. We need this dub. Top of the 7th, runners at first and second and 2 outs. 1-0 Seattle lead. So a quick mound visit for Brash and Cal Raleigh. Let's go, baby. First pitch from Brash to Vaughn, low and away with the slider, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, low and away with that slider, missing the strike zone again. 2 balls and no strikes with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Brash on the mound, Andrew Vaughn in the box. Come on, Mariners, let's go. Trident's up. .2-0 pitch, in play, and grounded out to third, and that is out number 3. Here we go. Nice job by Brash. That's exactly what we fucking needed. Way to come in and do your job. My guy, bring in that electricity. Even though you were a little shaky, taking that line drive that hit you, and you couldn't find a good throw to first, that could have been bad and a disaster for the Mariners, but luckily you were able to get out of the jam. Nice job. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning and see if we can get a little bit more insurance. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K, DHing Jorge Polanco. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a K, Luke Raleigh. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a K, right fielder Dominic Canzone. We need a Dom bomb, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I definitely miss him too. I mean, before you were here on a regular basis, that was kind of my right-hand man as far as, helping me with like lead mod duties and whatnot. So it's always good to be able to have at least 1 or 2 people, that will always be here for the most part to be able to, kind of go through this Mariner journey, day in and day out. And again, I appreciate you very much. I know a lot of people have busy schedules and whatnot, but I work, pretty much 7 days a week. I work on my birthday, I work on Christmas, I work on Thanksgiving. I try to, grind it out as much as I can. And again, when you got dreams and goals, you got to work hard, and you always need to be able to have good people by your side to help you through. And I appreciate you, man. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1-0 Mariners. Let's see if we can get a little bit more insurance here for Polo. And who else? Raleigh and Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Polo. You never know. One swing could be that unexpected home run, and it's not like the Jacob Mizarowski still in the matchup, so got to find a way. Shout out to Cal Raleigh for hitting home run number 39, baby. That's exactly what we needed. Let's go, Mariners. Trident's up. First pitch to Polo, low and away. 1-0 count. Koenig on the mound, Polo in the box. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Koenig to Polo. See what Jared can do here for the Brew Crew. Two-one pitch, low and at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike from Koenig to Jorge Polanco. Come on, baby. Koenig. Where is he? I know I got one in here of him. There it is. All right, Jared Koenig to Jorge Polanco. 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody on in the bottom of the 7th and no outs. Koenig on the mound, Polo in the box. 3-1 pitch, in play, and flight out to center, 1 away. Nice pitch there by Jared. Next up for the Mariners, first baseman, Luke Raleigh. On deck, Dominic Canzone. Captain in the building, what's good? All right, next up is Dylan Moore. All right, Demo. He's pretty much been, most, I would say in the last couple months, almost worthless. He did have 8 home runs early in the year, but he's been a strikeout machine and hasn't really been a valuable piece. He's more a liability right now, but you never know. At any given point, something, good could happen from the least expected piece. If Donovan Solano can turn his season around, Demo can. At least you hope he can. First pitch, low and at the knees with the cutter, 1-0 count. And it was definitely tough. Today, Logan Gilbert, career high, tied it up with 10 Ks and pitched very well. Mizarowski went out a little bit early. And then Cal Raleigh finally ended up hitting home run number 39. And that's how we're sitting right now with a 1-0 lead. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking, low and in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dylan Moore. How's your new job treating you? Is it tough? 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Koenig to Demo. Two-one pitch. Takes a strike looking there. High and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Koenig to Dylan Moore. 2-2 pitch. And big swing and a miss. Down goes Demo. 2 away. But that's something that anyone could have predicted. Demo is fucking terrible. Send him to AAA or cut him. Bring up Harry Ford. Why haven't we done that already? It's like every time he comes out there, he doesn't do anything. I don't even know how he homered at the game that I went to on the 4th of July against the Pirates. But, seeing Cal homer twice, Randy homer, and then seeing Dylan Moore homer, it was like I had to do kind of like what? He did? All right, here we go. Donovan Solano. Let's go, Don. First pitch by Jared Koenig to Donovan Solano. Fouls it off. Right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, low and away. Tries to paint the corner and just misses it by Jared Koenig. 1 ball and 1 strike from Koenig to Donovan Solano. Come on, Don, let's go. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Koenig on the mound, Donovan Solano in the box. MLB Network Global Broadcast was a pitcher's duel from Mizarowski and Logan Gilbert. And Cal Raleigh getting home run number 39. And we'll see if we can get home run number 40 before this game is up. One-two pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Koenig to Solano. And down goes Solano. Appreciate you all day. You do a great job. Now, obviously, Captain will be here as often as he can, but with his schedule, it's just nice to be able to have people that I can count on. But I hope that I know the job is probably really tough. I hope that you like it, and hopefully it ends up being something that, you'll be there for a while. But if not, I know something, will come around better if you don't really like what you're doing now. Life is too short to be working at a job that you hate. So, but also you have to have a job to be able just to, get by before you look for something better. So I totally get it. All right, let's see who's up next here in the top of the 8th for the Brew Crew. 1-0 Mariner lead. Next up for the Brewers, 0 for 2 in the 7-hole, DHing Anthony Siegler. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a K. Third baseman in the 8-hole, Caleb Durbin. And batting third, 0 for 2 in the 9-hole, shortstop, 0 for 2 with a K, Joey Ortiz. Trident's up. Let's go M's. How hot has the weather been in Phoenix lately? I can only imagine, bro. I mean, I complain when the temperature gets into the 80s and 90s. I can only imagine it's probably like 100, 115, like all day, every day. Rest in peace to the Prince of Darkness, my favorite. Ozzy Osbourne passing away earlier this morning. A legend and icon. Was able to do that farewell concert a few days back. And, always going out on top. The King of Darkness, the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace. $92 at $8.40. Holy hell. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We've gained over 20 subs in this stream alone. And we're at, 25 on the dono train. We still got a little ways to go there. 79 more subs to get to 21,200. And we broke 100 likes, which is great. And we're trying to get to 150. All right, Bizzardo's in the game. Let's go, baby. First pitch from Bizzardo to Siegler. Takes a strike looking high and away. 0-1 count. Let's go, Bizzardo. Bizzardo on the mound. Siegler in the box. 0-1 pitch in play. Grounds out to the shortstop. Throw to first. 1 away. There we go. Nice job by Bizzardo. And 44 appearances this season. Edward Bizzardo is 4-0 with a 2.84 ERA, 16 earned runs with 50.2 innings pitched, 47 strikeouts, holding opponents to a 191 batting average. And as of a few days back, he was in the top 3 in innings pitched, for pitchers in the bullpen in the American League. So Bizzardo has come a long ways from, being Taylor Saucedo 2.0 to actually the most consistent guy in the pen, not named Brash or Mooney. Wow, what a throw by JP. Unbelievable. JP's defense is unreal. What a play by JP. First pitch to Durbin. High and away. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caleb Durbin. 1-1 pitch in play. And lined out to left, 2 away. Always nice to be able to see JP do his thing. And now we're going to have Black hitting for Ortiz. Tyler Black entering. First pitch to Tyler Black, low and away, 1-0 count. First appearance in the big leagues right here for Tyler Black. 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Tyler Black. Two-0 pitch. Fouls went off right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Black. Let's go, baby. I don't know, Jacob. It's a weird year. The Tigers are the only team in that division that's above 500. And normally we see, the Twins and the Royals and the Guardians usually in the playoff picture. It's rare to see all 3 of those teams below 500, but you have to assume that one of those 3 teams, whether it be the Royals, the Guardians, or the Twins, you would assume that one of them, they're not going to catch up. None of those 3 teams are going to catch up to the Tigers, but you could get one team that might be like, a few games above 500, like 3 to 5 games. But for that to happen, a lot has to happen from here on out. 3-1 pitch, and Tyler Black is walked. Come on, Bizzardo. Come on, Edward. Black to first. Next up, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, Bryce Terang. Go, baby. We're at 118. 7 more likes to get to 125. Now we're at 119. Let's see if we can get there. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. I mean, with 241 in the room, we should be able to hit 150. Top of the 8th, runner at first with 2 outs. 1-0, Mariner lead. Mizarowski versus Logan Gilbert was the slate, but they pulled Miz a little early, and Edward Bizzardo's day is done. And now they're going to bring in Gabe Spire. Yeah, I don't know if I like it either. They're just going, lefty on lefty, and seeing if they can go that route instead of going righty on lefty. That's the reason why they're doing it. I think I trust Bizzardo a hell of a lot more than Gabe. Gabe has been kind of unreliable lately, so we got to cross our fingers, but at least it's only one batter. And, again, when guys are struggling, you bring them in at the, top of the inning and they have to get 3 outs. It's almost a nightmare, right? But if it's only 1 out, even guys like Taylor Saucedo can come in and get 1 fucking out. So hopefully Gabe won't fuck up right here and we can get an easy 1, 2, 3 and a punch out, or, maybe a pop up or a ground out if he can get someone to chase. But I'm with you. I have to do it based on trust. And again, some of the players in the pen, we trust, like Bizzardo. And Gabe used to be, the second best in the pen behind Brash, but no longer. It's pretty much like Brash, Bizzardo, and everyone else. I think that Gabe is in the same category with like Legomina and Thornton. Even though we like Gabe more, but lately he's been kind of fucking up. So just because he's a lefty and we like him, we just can't say that he's so much better than Vargas and Thornton, Legomina, Snyder, and some of the others. And again, we only have a few guys in the pen that we trust. Out of like 10 guys, we have like 3 that are good. Brash, Bizzardo, Munoz, and that might be it. And then everyone else. And then Gabe has the potential, to join the 4 and be like that other guy. But we need to see some consistency. Gabe is, either lights out or fucking terrible. And that's kind of scary when you have a lefty. And it's like we don't really have too many lefties on the squad. Like Gabe is like the only one, unless we call up Taylor Saucedo, once or twice throughout the farm system, send him up, send him down. But now we have Cade Anderson, but he won't be ready to be our starter, probably for quite a while. First pitch from Gabe Spire to Bryce Terang. High and inside, 1-0 count. Spire on the mound. Bryce Terang in the box. They went lefty on lefty instead of righty on lefty. Hopefully this is the right decision here. One-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first and 2 outs. Oh, Gary Hill Jr. Yeah. Yeah. Aaron is one of the best, in MLB. He's got a great voice. There's just certain individuals that, have the passion and have the energy, and it's not like fake. It's just real. It's like Gus Johnson, and, when you see and hear certain individuals, you can tell if it's, fake or not, and plus we're always seeing fake people on Instagram and on social media. It's pretty easy for most people to tell who's fake and who's not. So who's trying to be over the top and whatnot. And that's why so many of the former athletes go on shows and they get canceled because they're fucking terrible. Just because you're a former athlete doesn't mean that you know how to talk on the mic. Facts. And Spire does his job. There we go. Spire getting out Bryce Terang. Great job. 1-0 Mariners. Toddy with a tenner. No, you're good, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Stacks. Racks with the little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Let me know if there's a particular player that you want me to showcase on the stream. Same thing goes for Monkey Kung Fu. Megan left the building, I believe. I don't know if she'll be back, but if there's anything else Monkey wants, obviously with his dono earlier today, he wanted a picture of Paisley. I took her to get her nails trimmed and dremeled and got a nice self-wash. So my pup, obviously looking beautiful, got a new toy from Petco, so she's obviously very, very happy, and we're hoping to go on a victory walk here in a few minutes. But if there's something that you want to be able to see, let me know. Appreciate you. Toddy with a tenner. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th, and let's see if we can get a little bit of insurance. Baby. 65 more to go to hit the goal. Next up, 0 for 2 with a K. Third baseman, Ben Williamson. Batting second, 1 for 2. Third baseman, no. Second baseman, Cole Young. It's a Cole world, baby. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Tridents up. Let's go M's. And I just didn't want to jinx Logan Gilbert on the thumb, and again, I decided to make 2, one with Gilbert and one with Julio. And after putting George Kirby on the thumb yesterday and he had a no-hitter through 5 innings, I couldn't bear for Logan to do the same thing. So I thought, okay, well, let's go Julio. And then, next time Logan starts, maybe we'll put him on the thumb, but looks like it worked. Logan Gilbert with 10 Ks, and hopefully we can find a way to win this, even if we only win 1-0 or 2-1. And not a whole lot of action. The Brewers only have 2 hits total. The Mariners have 1 run, 4 hits, and an error. And Cal Raleigh hit home run number 39 to get off the schneid after the All-Star break, 391 feet to right field, 1-0 Mariners. God bless the big dumper. Yeah, she's really strong. As far as her size, she's, normally, in that 55 to 65 pound range. But when she pulls, she feels like she weighs, based off her power at times, well over 100-pound dog. She definitely has the power. And, for me, I'm normally like 185, 195. So I'm not like the strongest guy in the world by any means, but, I'm definitely in shape. Walking, 5 miles a day, 7 days a week for 2 years in a row. But, if you're not paying attention and you have one of those retractable leashes, yeah, she's almost broken my arm a couple times, chasing after a bird or a squirrel or another dog or cat. So you definitely have to have your head on a swivel. First pitch to Ben Williamson, big swing and a miss, low and away, 0-1 count. Uribe on the mound, Williamson in the box. 0-1 pitch, low and away, big swing and a miss again with the slider, back-to-back. No balls and 2 strikes from Uribe to Williamson. 0-2 pitch, low and away again with the slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Big Ben. Come on, baby. Drop the bunt down. Still another thing that we don't really do that often. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Uribe to Williamson. That's not over yet, Nick. Again, it all depends on who comes in with the bullpen and whatnot. Things can look bleak. And remember, you guys have won 11 games in a row. All it takes is one pitcher to have a fucking meltdown and, you can score. I mean, look at yesterday. George Kirby had a fucking no-hitter. And then you guys, got 5 hits in a row for 4 runs and the game was over. So, and Williamson grounds out to the shortstop, throw to first, 1 away. I mean, obviously we have the momentum right now with the 1-0 lead, but it's only 1. It's not like we're up 5-0 right now. But it feels like we're going to win, but that doesn't mean we will. First pitch from Uribe to Young, high and away with the slider, 1-0 count. I mean, we've had a lot of, blown leads. I mean, we're fucking Seattle Mariner fans. It's like, even when we have a 4 or 5 run lead, that doesn't mean shit to us because we've seen it evaporate with shitty players like Carlos Vargas, when we're ahead by a couple runs and all we need him is get an out and we're up 3-1 and then he gives up 4 runs and then we lose. So hopefully we don't see any of our shitty guys in the pen and it looks like we're going to have our good players today. So we'll see how it goes. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Uribe to Cole Young. But based on who we've been bringing in pitching wise, it would, it looks like if everything goes how it normally goes, when we're ahead and when Cal hits a homer, we're ahead, we're actually playing our good pitchers, not our shitty ones in the pen, then it usually does lead to a win, but we'll see. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Uribe to Young. 18 more likes to get to 150. Let's get there, baby. 2-2 pitch, low and at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Uribe to Young. 3-2 pitch, and that is a walk. Yeah, but also too, you have to understand, you're 60-40. Mariner fans, including myself, we wouldn't even know what to do with ourselves if we were 20 games above 500. We're the only team that's never been to a World Series. We had a 20-year drought of not making the playoffs. We've only had 4 good years in 40 years. 95, 97, 2001, and 2022. This is trying to be year 5, that's good out of a 40-year existence, if you're going back to that time period. So, even though you guys, might not have been this good lately, again, you got to appreciate, everything that you got, especially the record that you have. I mean, the most games that we've been above 500 this year is 8. We could only dream of the day that we're 60-40 one day. First place in the AL West over the Astros and Rangers. Bottom of the 8th, 0-1. Seattle with the lead. JP Crawford, 0 for 3 with a K, with a runner at first and 1 out. There hasn't really been too much discussion on who's going to be available in the bullpen. I mean, if you're watching MLB Network, I mean, there's been names, that they're talking about, like positional players like Ryan O'Hearn and, Naylor and Eugenio Suarez coming back to Seattle. But again, not really a lot of names in the bullpen. And typically it'll be from, shitty teams like the Marlins or the White Sox. And then we try to grab players from them, guys that are selling, but, you never know. But we definitely need 2 or 3 guys in the pen and a little bit of depth in right field, first base, and third base. 1-0 pitch. Fouls that one off, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Uribe to JP. Bottom of the 8th with a runner at first and 1 out. 1-0 Mariner lead. Let's go, Crawdaddy. One pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out, hanging on to a 1-0 lead. I mean, I don't know when it's going to happen, but again, the first time the Mariners do make the World Series, if they do make it in like the next 20 years, it's not like they're going to win the first time they go. Like if they play the Dodgers, they could easily get swept or win like a game, but again, if we end up bringing up Durangelo and bringing up Kate Anderson, draft picks from the last 2 years, to pair up with Brian Wu, George Kirby, and Logan Gilbert, and all of those guys are healthy, we could have the best pitching staff in baseball at that point, and then also adding a few more players to the team so there's less pressure on Julio and getting more quality players around Cal. So it may take a few years, to be able to make the ALDS, ALCS, or World Series, but you got to think it's us, the Astros, the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and then the Tigers. I like our chances. The team that we probably struggle with the most out of those, other 4 teams is the Yankees. But other than that, we can do good against the Astros. I don't want to say we own them, but we match up really well. Blue Jays, same thing. We have playoff experience with them in 2022. Tigers, we swept them, obviously, in Detroit, so we know we can hang with them. And obviously the Yankees, it's usually tough, in the Bronx, but at home, it's a little bit better. And a fucking double play. Are you kidding me? What great defense and awareness there by the Milwaukee Brewers. Unbelievable. All right, I guess we're going to the 9th inning then. I was hoping JP was going to do something better than that, but again, it's just one of those games. All right, let's see what we have up here next for the Milwaukee Brewers. Next up, catcher in the 2-hole, William Contreras. Batting second, left fielder, the OG, the vet, Christian Yelich. And then batting third, center fielder in the 4-hole, 1 for 3, Jackson Chourio. Short and south, let's go M's. So we went Gilbert, Brash, Bizzardo, and Spire. So we would assume this will be Munoz here, and it is. And again, when we end up having, guys like that, we're hard to beat. Gilbert, Brash, Bizzardo, Spire, Munoz, literally every single player from starting pitcher to bullpen is a good player. We didn't have any of the shitty guys come in, and we're trying to win this game 1-0. And hopefully we will. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, passed away this morning. Long battle with Parkinson's. Did a concert for charity just a few days ago. Had a lot of other bands with him. And again, my favorite artist that's not hip-hop of all time, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, my guy. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 150 likes before the stream ends. And we still got quite a few ways to go. What are we at? 25, 35, 65 to go on the dono train. And if a team gets hot at the right time, I mean, anything is possible. And to say that Seattle won't make it to the World Series anytime soon, why not? Between the Blue Jays, the Astros, the Yankees, and the Tigers, obviously Seattle's not going to be the favored team. But if we ended up picking up Naylor and Eugenio Suarez from the Diamondbacks, and then on top of that, getting a couple relief guys, getting rid of our shitty players, bringing in some good ones, who's to say that we can't make the ALDS, ALCS, or World Series this year, next year, or in the next 5 to 10 years? It's possible. Especially if there ends up being injuries to some of the other teams. Like what happens if Aaron Judge gets injured? What happens if George Springer gets injured? What happens if, Parker Meadows and some of the guys like Scooball get hurt? I mean, you never know. Anything is possible. There's more of a chance to make it in the American League than there is in the National League. National League's got like 8, 9, 10 teams that are good. In the American League, it's like 5. So you never know. 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes after that foul ball. Count now is full. Come on, Mooney. Let's go, baby. Contreras in the box. Andres Munoz on the mound. And just because we've never been there doesn't mean that we won't. History is meant to be broken. And again, at some point when we have the right lineup, top to bottom, better players, better bullpen, who knows? And Contreras with the walk. Nobody cares about the free burgers. All right, Contreras to first. Next up is Christian Yelich. We need a punch out and a double play, or a double play and a punch out. Come on now. Mooney on the mound. Yelich in the box. Come on, Mooney. First pitch from Munoz to Yelich, low and away, paints the corner. Should have been called strike, but called ball. 1-0 count. And again, when we end up having, Mooney, our closer, who's an all-star, when he's not hitting the strike zone early, that's a kind of a concern, because if he gives up a couple hits or a couple walks, we might be fucked here. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to the vet, Christian Yelich. Come on, Munoz. And the Brewers are the hottest team in baseball. They've won 11 in a row. Swept the Dodgers at home and on the road before they came here, obviously, to Seattle. So they are hot, hot, hot. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mooney to Yelich. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. There we go. Down goes Yelich. My boy. 1 away. There we go. Way to bring that electricity. Andres Munoz. Next up is center fielder Jackson Chourio. And wild pitch by Mooney ends up bringing the runner to second. Come on now. Got to be cleaner. 1-0 Mariner lead. Home run number 39 by Cal Raleigh. Big dumper. Logan Gilbert with 10 Ks. Mizarowski was fun to watch, even though they pulled him a little early. Precautionary. First pitch from Munoz to Churio. High and inside with a slider. 1-0 count. Jackson Churio in the box. Andres Munoz on the mound. Come on, Mariners. Can't afford to have any wild pitches here. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike from Munoz to Churio. Come on, baby. We need all the good luck that we can get here. Let's go. Top of the 9th. MLB Network Global Broadcast. Runner at second. 1-0 Mariner lead with a big dumper. Cal Raleigh home run number 39 on the season to give us that 1-0 edge. But the Brewers are threatening. One pitch. Low and away. Right there on the line. Called ball. Could have been strike. 2 balls and 1 strike from Mooney to Churio. Come on, Andres. Churio in the box. Mooney on the mound. We need this dub, and if we can get this dub, and we got Luis Castillo on the mound tomorrow, and I like our chances tomorrow, even though it's a good matchup. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. High and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Munoz to Churio. Come on, Munoz. We need the good Mooney. Two pitch. Low and away with the slider. 84 miles an hour. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 1 out. Come on, Munoz. Yeah, I think the Cubs have a better roster 1 through 9 than the Brewers. But again, the Brewers are hot, and at any given moment, anything could happen. Holy hell. 3-2 pitch and a fucking walk. Are you kidding me? Come on. How is everyone doing good except our fucking closer? Come on, Mooney, you bum. Step it up. If we fucking lose this game with Munoz after having a 1-0 lead, I'm going to be pissed. Like, everything is in line for us to win. Don't fuck this up. And again, when Mooney is on and when he's not, and he clearly is not on right now. Next up is Isaac Collins. We need a fucking double play bad right here. A slow dribbler or a hit in between second and third. Let's go. Collins in the box, who is 0 for 3. Woodworth coming out, trying to chat with words of encouragement. Come on, baby. Nice little mound visit here, trying to get on the same page with everybody. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Top of the 9th. Runners at first and second with 1 out. First pitch from Mooney to Collins. Takes a strike looking high and away. Nice to be able to see him get the call in the corner. 0-1 count. Come on, Mooney. Only a 2-hit day for the Brew Crew. 4 hits for the Mariners and a solo shot by Cal Raleigh. Big dumper to give us the 1-0 lead. Gilbert had 10 Ks. Mizarowski had 7. But Mizarowski would have had 10 or more if they would have let him play a little bit longer. 0-1 pitch. High and away with the 4-seam fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike from Mooney to Collins. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking off the plate. Bad call 1 ball and 2 strikes. Should be 2 balls and 1 strike with runners at first and second. Collins in the box. Mooney on the mound. Come on, baby. Top of the ninth, 1-0 Mariner lead. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Mooney on the mound. Andres Munoz and Collins in the box. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, high and away with the 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mooney to Collins. One-two pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Isaac Collins. Come on, Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go. Yeah, Munoz doesn't look good today. You know when he's on, when he's, I'm not saying he'll, strike out every single guy, 3 pitches, 3 pitches, 3 pitches, but, you can definitely tell when he's on and when he's not on, and he's a little shaky here. 2-2 pitch, and got him to strike out looking. Fuck yeah, 2 away. Here we go. Big fucking punch out by Andres Munoz. Let's fucking go. 1 out away from winning this game, which would be big to end the 11-game win streak from the Brew Crew, and it'll give us a chance tomorrow, if we can get this last out, to potentially win the series against the hottest team in baseball, winning 2 out of 3. It won't be easy, but again, got to find a way, and thankfully Logan Gilbert and Big Dumper did their job today. First pitch from Munoz to Andrew Vaughn, fouls it off, 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. 2 strikes away. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on, Munoz. Top of the ninth. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 1-0 Mariner lead. Munoz, our all-star closer, on the mound. 0-1 pitch, fouled off, high and away. Ooh, baby. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 1 more strike and we win. Let's go. And it feels like when Mooney goes up 0-2, he's going to get it. It's when he gets, in that 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, it's kind of a disaster. 0-2 pitch, low and away, right on the line, but called ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Come on, Munoz. Top of the 9th inning, runners at first and second with 2 outs. We need 1 more strike. Come on, Mooney. Global broadcast on MLB Network. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Mooney to Andrew Vaughn. Come on now. Vaughn in the box. Munoz on the mound. Come on, baby. Come on, Mooney. Got to get the right pitch from Cal Raleigh. Let's go. Top of the 9th. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 1-0 Mariner lead. And we're just trying to end the win streak and start a new one of our own. In play. Oh, fuck. And fielder's choice. The runner is out, and we win. Let's go. Let's go. Turio is out at second, and that's out number 3. Final score, Seattle Mariners 1, Milwaukee Brewers 0. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. Game win streak is over, baby. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Nice job by Andres Munoz. Nice job by fucking Logan Gilbert, 10 Ks. And great job by the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, giving us our only run, a solo dinger. And we win 1-0. Hey, it wasn't pretty, and again, we found a way to get it done. Nice job. Trident's up. Go fucking Mariners. Let's go. No burgers for the Brew Crew. Sorry, brothers. Boom. 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 Let's go. Hell yeah. We needed that one. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. Go M's. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And again, we're going to have a good chance tomorrow as well. Let's go, baby. What a game. And Munoz wasn't good. You know, that was definitely like an average or below average showing. So we got fucking lucky there. Let's go, baby. A nice victory walk here tonight with my pup. Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. Go M's. I love it. What did we hit on the likes? We should have hit a pretty good number. How close to 150 were we? And we gained quite a few subs today as well. 25 to 30 subs today. Now we're 75 to go to 21,200. Gained over 20 today. 20 to 25. Nice job. All day, Captain. Great job for you guys as well. 152. Good job, man. I mean, shit, we peaked over 300 people in the room, and it's just nice to be able to see 100, 200, even 300, 400 people in the room. So, and again, if we could just get more people, to hit the like button a little bit sooner, but again, some people are a little bit more precious with their likes and who they give them to. But again, we got enough to be able to, hit that goal. Didn't hit the dono goal, but that's okay. Obviously, we ended up hitting 35, 65 under. But again, getting that Mariners win was huge. And again, we have an early matchup tomorrow, which is going to be the rubber match, and I believe it's on around 12:30 or 12:40 Pacific. Let me double check here real quick. But that's just based on my recent memory. And let me see if I'm right. Yeah, 12:40 Pacific, and it's going to be a good one too. And we got Priester on the mound, who's 8-2 with a 3.33 ERA, going against Luis Castillo, 7-5, 3.21 ERA. According to ESPN Analytics, even with Priester's 8-2 record, they have the Mariners winning 58%. So we'll see. I mean, it's not going to be something that'll be, easy, but we'll see. Let's go. Absolutely. Well, I'll be live tomorrow at 12:40 Pacific. I got to be able to eat a little bit of dinner and take my pup on a victory walk. And again, it wasn't necessarily the prettiest game, but we'll end up taking it. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And again, like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do on your way out. And I will be live tomorrow at 12:40 Pacific for the rubber match and the final game where we try to beat the Brewers in the series. And again, we're tied up at 1, and we'll see what happens with Luis Castillo tomorrow. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I got one question for you. We know talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Final score, Seattle Mariners 1, Milwaukee Brewers 0. Tridents up. Go Mariners.